Okay, today we're going to learn a little bit about the jewel of the Mekong River, or Laos. Officially, the Lao People's Democratic Republic is a landlocked country in the Southeast Asia, bordered by Burma and the People's Republic of China to the northwest, Vietnam to the east, Cambodia to the south, and Thailand to the west. Laos traces its history to the Kingdom of Lang Sang, or Land of a Million Elephants, which existed from the 13th to the 18th century. After a period as a French protectorate, it gained independence in 1949. A long civil war ended officially when the communist Pathet Lao movement came to power in 1975. Laos was dragged into the Vietnam War, and the eastern part of the country were invaded and occupied by the North Vietnamese Army, which used Laos territory as a staging ground and supply route. During its darkest time, the U.S. bombers dropped more ordnance on Laos in this period than was dropped during the whole Second World War. In all, over 260 million bombs rained down on the small country. To this day, over 80 million ordnance remain unexploded. Now a little bit about the culture of Laos. The Theravada Buddhism is a dominant influence in Lao culture. It is reflected throughout the country, from the language to its temples, and in the art, literature, and performing arts. The Khan, or a horn that's made of bamboo, is an air instrument that accompanies the form of music, or lam. This horn is fairly hard to master. Now a little bit about the people of Laos. 69% of the country is ethnic Laos. The Lao belong to the Thai linguistic group, who began migrating southward from China in the first millennium AD. Most of Laos is made up of Lao Mlum, a hill people, and a minority of cultures of Laos, such as the Hmong and the Yao Min. Now let's talk a little bit about the religion of Laos. Lao people are generally tied to Theravada Buddhists. Most of them practice this religion in a temple. Finally, let's talk a little bit about the food of Laos. Sticky rice is a characteristically staple of Laos. It's religious and significant to the Lao people. Sticky rice is mainly preferred over jasmine rice because Laos is the only country with the origin of sticky rice to be eaten. The rice can be made through soaking the rice in water for a long period of time and cooking it in a straw container. Now that we've learned a little bit about the culture of Laos, let's conclude by talking about a little bit about what we've learned. Laos, it is known as the jewel of the Mekong, is a fairly quiet but beautiful country that has been maintained through over centuries with the people and the culture that they have grown to love. Laos has remained virtually unchanged throughout its history. Tourism is probably the biggest asset to this country. For now, with the relaxation of some of the rules and laws that once governed this country, more tourists are finding Laos to be a place that they want to visit. So if you're ever in the region, come out and visit Laos or the jewel of the Mekong River.